Howdy y'all, Fuzzy Biker here. We're at Baxter Cycle in Marnie, Iowa, and check this hot rod out. Isn't that really pretty? I hope it's showing up in the light. This is a 120th year edition Royal Enfield Interceptor. It's a 650. Just an absolutely beautiful machine. This is number one, literally number one of 60. They're individually numbered, so there's number 1, 2, 3, 4. This is literally the first one, number one of 60 for the Americas. I think there's 240 of the Interceptors worldwide, and 60 of them got shipped to North America, and this is literally number one of that bike. But isn't that just a beautiful thing? Royal Enfield started producing motorcycles in 1901, and they've never stopped. So this is 120 years. This is the anniversary model to celebrate that event, and it's just an absolutely stunning machine in every way. Highlights immediately are the black chrome. This is a very shiny chrome. I hope that shows up. It's very hard to get that out in the lighting in here, but everything's blacked out. You know, the blacked out pipes and the shocks and all the nifty little details. A detail that's really worth pointing out is this bronze placket right here. Every one of these bikes has one of these, and it's made by a family in India that's been doing it for generations. And these are actually made, there's a video that shows them making, and they actually cast them in the ground, if I remember right. Just absolutely gorgeous. One on each side here. Here's the other one. But isn't that just gorgeous? It's got, this one has a brown seat, matching brown grips. Like I said, it's got all the blacked out parts. These things are blacked out. The bezels here are blacked out. This is black chrome around the headlight. You know, this is blacked out. Everything is just blinkers. You know, it's got these special Royal Enfield mirrors, headache bar, just all kinds of little detail on it that just shines, you know. This cover here for the intake manifold is blacked out. You know, just everything. The cases, just the pipes are all powder coated. The shocks, all of this is black. You know, on the normal bikes, this is gold and that's metal colored. These are all blacked out. The calipers on the brakes, front and back, are blacked out. You know, just gorgeously well done, very well done. The spokes are blacked out. If you look at the spokes, they're all dark. They seem like they're blacked out anyway. Just a gorgeous looking thing. Got that neat little gold stripe on there. Partial stripe, 1/8 long, you know. This brace is blacked out, just all kinds of little detail. And if you start looking at this, you know, these little ends here, the levers are blacked out. The this bike came, these are all, this bike came exactly like it is right now, by the way. Special oil cap right here. If you look down here, there's these little things right here for the, you know, the stand. Just everything in every way is just done. I love these pipes that are, you know, again, these are powder coated. And when I saw these pipes, I thought they were different than the stock pipes. No, they're not. They're actually just like the stock pipes, but they're black. You know, they've got the powder coating on them, so they look very, anyway, it looks very, it's just a beautiful bike. Just a gorgeous bike. There are other options that came with this bike. There are engine guards, and there's a different seat that came with it. There's a fly screen that came with it. And he's got all that stuff. And he's left it all in the box, including the battery, by the way. This bike has never been ran, and they're actually intending to display this for a long time. They've got a place in their Royal Enfield section. We're in the Triumph section of the Baxter Cycle. The Royal Enfield section's over yonder, and it's just packed full of bikes right now. But isn't that just a gorgeous thing? Just an absolutely beautiful, beautiful thing. So why do they choose a 650 to do this to? And apparently, you know, they've been making Interceptors since the 60s, and the inline twin is one of their key engines. You know, the bigger engines. They made 700s, they made 750s. You know, the Constellations back in the day, the Interceptors now, Interceptors in the 60s and 70s. Just there's a lot of legacy to this engine. And then they also make these in Continental GTs, and there's a lot of legacy in that product too. But I think this is one of their grandest motorcycles, you know. So just look at that. Every way you look at it is just a beautiful machine. Just an absolutely gorgeous machine. So that's one of the reasons they use this, you know, chose this bike. They sell, Baxter Cycle sells a lot of these Interceptors, a lot of the Continental GTs, tons of Himalayans, tons of the classics and the Meteors, and it's really quite a line for those guys. So looking back at this tank, you know, it's got this black stripe through the center. These are hand-painted coach lines here. This is, I think this is a sticker, or an applique of some sort here. This is chrome, and if you get online, you can see a video where they actually dip these in. They call it black chrome, but it has a kind of a gold sheen to it. And I'll try to get a picture of that and show you all that for me and get that color to come out. But you know, it's black, but it's gold. Very, very good looking. Just an incredibly good looking bike in every way. You know, I like to, you know, they did these brown grips to match the brown seat. I think I mentioned that already. But just all the little details there. Just a beautiful, beautiful machine. Beautiful. You know, I wonder, you know, will somebody else be pining over this motorcycle 50 years from now, 100 years from now? I hope so, because it really is a beautiful bike. When I first heard of these motorcycles about 1.5 years ago, I saw a video on it and I thought, well, I'll never see one of these, you know. It's just a very unusual machine. Like I said, they were only going to produce 240 of the Interceptors and 240 of the Continentals, so I'm really amazed to be able to see one, let alone be able to see number one. So a very beautiful motorcycle. Just gorgeous. Hey, if you're interested in something like this, maybe not the special edition, but one of the regular ones, get a hold of Baxtercycle, baxtercycle.com, and check those guys out. And I, Fuzzy Biker, am not going to ride that motorcycle today. Hey, you all get out and ride. Wahoo! Look at that badge. This is a Royal Enfield Interceptor 650 120th year edition. It's got the, this is one of 60. This is literally number one. They're all numbered, and this one is number one. And check that tank out. That's black chrome. This is a handmade crest. They actually did that in the dirt. They actually do that on the ground there. Very, this is black paint through the middle, but this over here is, that's the black chrome part. It's just really got a shine to it. It's not even a shine, it's just a different look. Look at this. This bezel on here is more of that black gold. It's quilted, hand sewn, I don't know if it's hand sewn, but this quilted seat, you know, the sewn embossment right there, that thing, it's number one unit. Isn't that, look at that, isn't that just wow, you know?